welcome along. This is Virtual Farmer and the tornado has passed. We've got quite a bit of damage on some of our fields, or some of the fields on the map. Thankfully, none to ours. We did take a little bit of damage, though, to our rice field. You can see here that there's a small area that got hit by hail that fell after the tornado. Thankfully, it's not too big, but it is going to take a little bit of a chunk out of our yield from that field. You can see the damage, though, the tornado did. Over here, just massively blasted through there. Thankfully, went through the town, so didn't do much damage other than that. But yeah, lots of damage all over the place. That field there is harvested, but that is going to need replowing, all of that. However, we do need to finish off our rice today. So the rice is down here, needs to be finished today. It will wither overnight. So we're going to be getting on with the rice harvest in a minute. However, first, I want to crack on, or I want to get going in the background a couple of contracts. We've got this really well-paying cultivating contract here that we can run in the background. Only 519 to hire this quad track and a cultivator to go with it. So we will borrow the items for that. Okay, and then there's a cultivating contract on Farmland 29 right by our farm, which actually costs more to hire smaller equipment. So I'm going to just accept the contract for that, and we'll send the cultivator up to that one first. Then just looking around here, there's nothing really that's worth a huge amount of money otherwise. So I'm just going to set them going in the background. We will hook up the quad track and the Summers cultivator here. And once we've got these two bits hooked up, we can set a hired worker. We'll set the hired worker to go and do field 29 first. So select this, create job, field work. And we're sending it over to field 29. We want it to come in there and start job. So that's heading off now to get that started. Meanwhile, we're gonna get cracking on this. So header down, and once we get going forwards, yeah, we should be able to finish this field off. I might again have to go a little bit wider than the initial Headlands GPS goes, simply because we tend to miss so much. I mean, look at how far outside of the GPS that crop is. We're going to need to go around this first headland twice, and we should get a decent amount off it. If we can get half a trailer off here, so 2 full tanks off our harvester, I will be very happy. That would be absolutely perfect. As I said last time, we are going to be a long way shy of the 25,000 litres. I would have liked to have got off these fields, but a full trailer, that would be good. That would work very well for us. So let's go around the headland the second time. Got a little bit of cleanup to do down this side, and yeah, we're going to be half a track going around the other side. Definitely the right choice to go a little bit wide on that first cut and then come back and do it again. We're picking up a fair amount of rice on this second run through. You can see it feeding through the harvester there. The quad track, the tractor doing the contract, has gone a really long way round. It's actually coming up to the corner at the moment on the other field. And I'm surprised about how it's gone about it. But it is there. It should be visible to us about now. Let's just go and have a look over the other side here. Should be just on the other side of our farmland. Over this way. Yeah, there it is. You can see it unfolding the equipment and cracking on with that job. You can see the area where we got hit by the hail there. Just that little patch that's lost or gone. So we'll have to get that plowed to actually recover from that, which is slightly annoying. Otherwise, it's all running rather well. We are up to 2/3 of a tank, and we are on our 3rd headland. Coming up to a full tank. Let's get the auger out, ready to empty. Harvester is full, and our tractor and trailer are sitting nicely at the edge of the field, ready to go. I think I'm going to put my implements down at that lower area there. It's storage space I haven't really used, and I think it will serve us quite well for storing trailers and things like that. Much better than down the side of the house. Header down, harvester back on, and away we go. Looks like the contractor's finished on this field already, so let's stop the hired worker here. We can then go and set this to do another job. Yeah, it's not missed that much on the field. So let's select this worker, create job. We will set it to the corner of that field like so, and start job. And we can get back to the harvesting while that goes and takes itself off down to that field. It seems the quad track doesn't want to take itself down to the field, so I'm gonna have to get it down there myself. Seems this tractor doesn't like these dual lane roads. It tends to get vehicles stuck behind it. They're causing all sorts of issues. But we've got it here now. It's gonna unfold itself and it's gonna get going. I reckon I'm about halfway through the main body of this field, and we've only got about 40%. So going by these being longer rows, I think we can get the second tank off here. Things are definitely looking more positive now. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows to go after this one. We have a full harvester. In fact, so much so I think I've just destroyed a load of crop, which is very, very annoying. I think we might have hit 500 liters had I not run over that crop. Yeah, a very stupid mistake that has cost us, easily cost us 100 if not 200 liters worth of rice. 4,289 liters off that field. That is not bad at all. Do we have our first rice rolls off of here? No, looks like we're still producing spinach. And is that actually, I don't know what that one in the middle is. That might be some rice rolls already. Don't know how close we were from last year's. Yeah, that's our first set of rice rolls, and we've got some peas here as well. So while that's tipping, I'm going to get my front loader and we'll get some stuff sold, because we've got some mushrooms here as well. Oh, and at the far side of the yard here, we've got some goat's milk as well. Fantastic. Goat's milk pays really well. So to have 1,000 liters of bottled goat's milk is brilliant. We can get that dropped off. We'll get the mushrooms dropped off. We've got 14,829 now. Let's see where we end up once we've got everything in. Goat's milk goes in first, and that is going to give us a grand total of 4,975. So just under 5 grand for that. Next up is the mushrooms. The oyster mushrooms are going to be first, followed by the enoki. So oysters for 1,638, enoki for 854, and finally we got the spinach bags, the rice rolls, and the canned peas. Spinach bags should be first here. They go for 1,635. The peas for 5,710, and finally the rice rolls for 3,254. Total of 32,847. I think we're going to be able to easily pay off 50,000 on our loan today. I'm really hoping to get to 60,000, and that'll be half our loan paid off. So with our rice all done today, I think we might as well hook this tractor up and get this doing our fields and preparing them for the next year. I don't think there's anything we need to do. The only thing I think I'd really consider doing would be if we need any lime, which none of our fields need. Weeds are not an issue. Fertilizing, not an issue. None of them need plowing. So, yeah. And all of them are mulched. So that's perfect. What we'll do then is we will set these going. We'll line them up. And, yeah, we'll just set this off on this field. Which should be perfect. Yeah, away that goes. And that means we can go and do a contract and try and earn a little bit of extra cash. So there's another cultivating contract available on 35. We will pick that up. We'll set our cultivator heading on that. Yes. Right. And then we've got a choice of several here. There's wow, reduced by 1,000 for these contracts. That is a green beans contract. We haven't really done any green beans. We've got 2 of these. These are not really worth it. Red beet, sorghum, and red beet. I think the red beet contracts aren't worth it, especially as the harvesters. I think we'll make 10,000 from doing these 2 contracts, 14 and 47. I'm gonna take the equipment for 14 because it is the bigger contract and it costs the same. So we will borrow the items for that. Oh, we've got more than 3 active contracts. We've got a completed one here. So let's collect on that. Okay. We've got to take that. So we'll borrow the items for that. Okay. And then, yeah, we can set that to 35. And hopefully we can make a load of extra cash today. So let's get this tractor, actually. We'll hook up the tractor and trailer. And we'll set that going up to the field. And then we'll follow up in the combine shortly. Tractor has arrived at the field and we are just arriving here. So I'm going to pull this up to there. The tractor's on the edge of the road up there. We'll disconnect the trailer. I think I've given myself enough space with that rock there. Don't really want that in the way. Unfold our harvester so that that's ready once we get the header on. Connect up the header, nice and simple, and we'll get onto the field. Let's go to the assisted steering because we're going to do this job ourselves. Okay, and start it up, drop it down. Does it recognize we're on a field? Yeah, and yeah, look at that, straight in there, perfect. It is 12:34 now. I want to motor through this field and we'll see which of our 2 sets of contracts completes first. The yield for the sorghum on this field has been pretty good. We're up to 74% full. I'm a little bit worried about doing a cut-in, but we will cut it in so that we are keeping up with how we should be doing things. We want to go 3 rows in because we're doing 6-lane cut-in. So we're going into here. Let that straighten itself up. And I don't know, we might end up with a full tank before we get to the other end of this field. It's going to be closer than I expected it to be, but we are coming up to a full tank. Yeah, here we go, and done. Right, let's lift this up then, and I'm just going to back us off until we are about here-ish. Is that going to be enough? Not really. Okay. Yeah, not much I can do. If this was my field, I would be destroying crop. Thankfully, this is a contract. So let's get this going. It looks like, oh wow, we've got a truck that's moved across the road to try and go past my tractor that is now blocking all the traffic going the other way. And there's actually a Shogun in the back of a truck there. So it looks like we've had a bit of an accident too. Okay, we're going to get this right over to the edge of the crop. It might fit in, it might empty, it might not. It'll definitely be over it. Is that going to do it? Yes. Oh, look at that. There's just enough width in that header to get that to work. We are at this point about halfway through this contract. We're at 41% done. And as we haven't delivered anything yet, that is 41. So that is, yeah, half of the 80% that we get for the harvest. We're only 36% full in the trailer, so I'm expecting the whole field to fit in this trailer. That is no bad thing. That's going to give us a lot of choice when we come to actually finishing this contract off. Contract on field 7 is complete. We don't want to collect this contract though, because this contract is one that well, is the one that this equipment comes from. So let's head over to the next field, which I believe is, yeah, 35, and that is up this way. Just up here on the left. Looks like we've got a lot of withered crop in it. So, yeah, this needs to be done. And we'll get that unfolding. Yep, that's going. Yeah, this is withered wheat. Coming up to full again. So let's get the auger out ready. And as soon as we stop, we'll switch to the tractor. There we go. And switch over, grab this, and then just pull this under. So that's going to take us up to 2/3 full on this trailer. Don't think there's another tank in this field. We've done most of the field. We are 64% of the way through it, though. We've just about harvested the amount that we need to harvest to complete the contract. We are 60% full in the combine as well, so that's really good. I'm happy. I think we might end up with a full trailer. I don't know how much is in that trailer actually. Let's have a look. So we've got 28,000 liters in there, and that trailer must take 38,000, I want to say. So if that's right, then yeah, we're gonna fill the trailer. If it takes more than that, then that's good. We'll end up with a slight bit left in the combine. Whichever way we slice this, though, we're gonna get all of the field harvested before we actually deliver anything, and that is absolutely optimal for doing a harvest contract. Last little bit in this top corner then, we have 10,414 liters. Turn this off. Might as well head over here and empty, well, take the combine to the traction trailer. We could take the traction trailer to the combine, but not a huge amount of point as we're already in the combine. 73% full in the combine is a good amount though. And let's see how much we end up with in the trailer. I wish it also showed me how much there was to empty out of the combine still, because yeah, that is coming up to 10,000 liters now. Right, that's 100%. Combine has 78 liters in it. I'm not going to worry about 78 liters. So if we finish this contract, I think we're going to leave that. Where is this going to? We are headed down to... there we go. We want to head out of here and up to the area next to field 41. Just before I got here, the contract on field 35 finished. So yeah, we're good. We're gonna have both sets of contracts finished here. Where is the best place to sell sorghum at the moment? Because we don't really have any storage space for it. I don't have any in storage, so let's look at prices for sorghum. There we are. 713, 713, and 714. So £1 a litre more. We'll just sell it all here then. We'll just tip it all here, and that should make us a decent amount of money on top. Contract is done. Helper A does not stop ever. What do you mean take care of my own farm as well? I have been doing a lot of contracts, and I've just got myself an achievement because of that. I do a lot of contracts. Right. So where do we stand with the contracts then? Harvesting contracts. There is a sorghum contract for 4,000 on 47, so not far from us here. We could get the combine up to that. No cultivating contracts, but there is a high-paying mowing contract. So what we'll do is we will complete the 2 cultivating contracts. So collect that for 6,500. Collect that for 17,700. We will keep this contract running, and we're going to take this harvesting contract. So we will accept that, and we'll use the current equipment we have for that. And then I'm also going to borrow the items for this, and then we can set this up to do a hired worker and go mowing there. We are at 60,000. These 2 contracts are going to throw us well above, and that's going to be cracking because, hell, we're going to have about 80,000 in the bank today. We are going to be well over halfway through paying off the loan. So this here, create job, target position, that corner there, and start the job. And away that goes. In all this, I completely forgot about my tractor that's doing the cultivating on my own farm. It's missed a bit here, but it's yeah, it's done a grand job on this field. So I want to get this going on the next one. Meant to lower that then, and instead disconnected it. Right, let's move that. Okay, let's lift the cultivator, and we'll set this going on our next biggest field, I think, because that way we can leave it doing the fiddly bits a bit later. This is we're squeezing a lot into today. We really are. There we go. We'll set that one going as well. There's not a lot of space around here to park my combine to get the header on, and the mower is already 15% of the way through the contract. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin around and go on the edge of this field here, and we'll drop the header off here, preferably in a place where we can actually pick it up. Right, and we'll get this on and get cracking into this field. We want to knock this out in about an hour and a half in game, and that will then set us nicely up for the end of the day. I can't believe how much we got done today, considering how much we got harvested yesterday, and the amount of problem we had when that tornado turned up, and how much that set us back. Today we are right back on track. We're probably about halfway through the actual body of the field now. We are well over halfway through this contract. but we are catching up to the mowing contract really quickly. I've been on its tail for a little while, and it's now looking like we might catch it. The thing about the mowing contract, of course, is the mowing contract gets to a point where it completes, whereas we've also got to empty this out. I think this contract may be going to the same delivery point. I need to double check that. If it does, that's great. Our tractor and trailer is currently sitting there. If not, we might have a little bit further to go. We're only 2% behind. I think this whole field is definitely going to fit in the trailer. It might fit in the combine. Nope, won't fit in the combine. We are 95% full. Our lights are on, and I've extended the auger. So as soon as we stop, we'll go and get the tractor and trailer and get this emptied. And we have now got ahead of the mowing contracts. I think the mowing contract might catch up while we empty, but we're going to finish very, very quickly once we've cut the field. So empty that there. Bring this in, start this up again, and as soon as our harvester is emptied, I'm gonna head off again. Coming up to the end of the last row, we've got another 3,000 liters off here, maybe. Yeah, we're gonna be over 3,000 liters off here. There's a small patch just above here that I want to grab as well. Oh, just over 3,000 liters, 3,005. Wow, that was a little bit closer to 3,000 liters than I thought it was going to be. Okay, let's get the auger out, bring this down, and empty into the trailer like so. And yeah, 80% done with the harvester. We can drop that down because the harvester will be staying here when we go to complete the contract. And this needs to go to yeah, same place as the last one. So nice short completion on this. Nice and easy contract. Very, very pleased. And yeah, using the bigger combine, because we had a contract that could give us a bigger combine, definitely made that a lot faster. So we'll bring this down here, we'll tip this up, and then we just got to wait for the mowing contract to finish, and we'll go and check how our cultivator is doing after that. But this contract, oh, we can make a little bit more money on this one as well. But we'll empty this out, and we can then complete these harvest contracts. 1,645 harvest income. Contract is complete. So let's collect on that. I would check. I'm checking on the harvesting. There isn't anything anyway, but it's always worth it. If you have the time, continue on. Keep using that harvester, definitely. 6,025 for one contract and 4,028 for the other. So that's another 10,000 on top. And we're going to go and check in on the mower. Yeah, it's got a little bit of the field to go, so I'm pleased with that. That we can just keep going. We'll pick up the money from that next time, I think. Meanwhile, our little cultivator is just finishing off as well. So I think, oh yeah, look, that's gonna finish off just on this headland. So that will be done shortly. In the meantime, what I want to do, knowing we have money coming in, is we're going to pay off 70,000. So here goes. There we are. We're down to 240,000 on our loan, which is fantastic. We're over halfway paid off. And I think that's where we're going to leave it. So all that remains is for me to say
thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all of my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below. Follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.